Planet Coaster 2 is here, and oh boy, doesn't it just look great? Now we can build water parks right next to giant roller coasters. But this time, we're building a prison, because nothing says vacation like a mandatory swim time in a chlorinated detention facility. I got this totally normal letter from the dictator who saw my last park and said, "Who wants a place to, give people freedom by keeping an eye on them?" As an architect, I will now explain how to build the perfect water park / prison. The absolute premier destination for those who want a splash of excitement and also no chance of escape. First up, we'll set the vibe with this water slide that starts off easy but don't get too comfy. It leads straight to the endless river, and by endless I mean really endless. This river is long, winding, and somehow it always brings you back to the beginning. You think you're getting somewhere, but nope, welcome back. Now, it's just a loop for as long as you can paddle, and while our guests endlessly float, they can enjoy the scenic obelisk of love, our 400-foot statue with a tiny head, so everybody knows the dictator who invited them in. It's a real morale booster. But our park needs more. We need to make sure the client sees every guest or every prisoner at every time. Alright folks, buckle up for a quick and complete necessary history lesson about one of the most delightful architectural concepts ever conceived, the panopticon. It's a structure with a simple, elegant goal: keep every person inside under constant, watchful eyes, whether they like it or not. Designed by the philosopher Jeremy Bentham in the 18th century, it's basically the physical embodiment of "I'm watching you always," just in case you need a little reminder not to act up. Think of it as a people terrarium for those in power to get their daily dose of endless observation. Let's start with the central tower, our main viewing station, the Splash Panopticon. From here, I have a 360-degree view of every guest, every splash, and every ill-conceived attempt to make an escape. And all around me, a perfect ring of slides that spiral outwards, leading back into the central pool, an inescapable loop. Every slide is placed so riders are always in view, twisting and turning back to the Splash Panopticon at every angle. Just think of it as an endless slip and slide of surveillance, so there you have it, the Panopticon. A masterclass in I could be watching you at any moment, just enough to make sure people are behaving while really you just get to sit back, relax and enjoy the power of a well-designed, paranoia-inducing structure. The people start getting really into the perfect water park prison idea. They are out there floating through loops, climbing ridiculous ladders to a 900-foot drop slide, while nervously glancing at the central tower. It's all going exactly as my client dreamed, keeping everyone just paranoid enough to behave. And I've got to admit it, it's kinda fun. This game is called Planet Coaster 2, but there are no coasters in my park. Let's change that by building a B&M surf coaster. Now, we could make this coaster fall out of the sky and hit a bunch of guests. But we really don't need to do that, as this coaster is already a torture machine in real life. So let's just make a standard layout because yes, I am a perfectionist. But then something weird started to happen. The guests, they start looking at me with hope, like sure they are sleeping around on algae-covered steps and cleaning for dear life in wave pools designed for chaos, but somewhere in the back of their minds they are all like, wait a second, you are one of us, right? Why help him? So now I've got a choice. Do I finish my work and leave them all in the world's wettest fortress, or do I say use the very structure we've built to start something bigger? So here's how we wrap this thing up in true revolutionary style. without making too big a splash. I gathered the guests at the top of our tallest slide, laying out the ultimate plan. All the while the dictator watches from his precious central tower, thinking it's just another obedience drill or whatever. So we put on a little show for him. Picture this, the biggest wave pool we've ever created, swirling with gas, all chanty, down with the chlorine chains. And while he's busy soaking it all in, we make our move. The squad of lifeguards, real actual lifeguards turned freedom fighters, leads the charge up the tower. Within minutes, we've surrounded his control room. He's escorted right out of his panopticon paradise and straight into a holding cell of his own. A little ironic justice, don't you think? As we throw open the gates and watch the guests flood out to freedom, I leave the dictator a friendly farewell message on the control room console. Enjoy the view. Okay folks, so we discovered Planet Coaster 2 is a great game to build the most chaotic theme park ever. We can build wave pools, we can build slides, and even awesome roller coasters. But at the end of the day, what matters is good design. Design that tells a story and creates a great experience for our guests. Our little prison park is a great example of what to not do. Now we can turn this prison splash pad into a prison splash pad museum with a bunch of interactive experiences, perfect for anyone who wants to learn about history of this not to be named country. So there we have it folks, the perfect theme park that anyone can enjoy. I hope you have a great day and that you learn a lot about how to make a great water park. Now check out this video on the screen right now where I built a perfect theme park in Parkitect. You won't wanna miss that, right?